So we need to talk about The Flash, and we're finally going to talk about the final trailer. But before I do, again, just a quick disclaimer. I have not seen the movie yet. As I'm making this video, it's still the 21st of June. I'm hoping after I make these videos, I'll be able to watch it. But again, I really wanted to make the videos before I saw the movie just so I don't have any bias as I make these videos. But again, and just no spoilers in the comments until my spoiler review comes out, and then you can leave comments in that video. And again, just focusing on the trailers and the iterations of Flashpoint, as well as any movies tying into it. No reviews, no interviews, and no TV spots, just to avoid bias. And again, just a small correction from my last few videos is that I did forget to mention that in the comic and in the animated movie, it's Bruce that dies and Thomas Wayne that survives and becomes Batman's in the Flashpoint timeline, whereas in the movie, it's gonna be that Bruce Wayne still survives and his parents still die, which is gonna be interesting, and I wonder how they're gonna use that for the movie. But anyways, back to the trailer. It was released on May 2023, and just a small thing that stuck out to me was, again, at the end of the trailer, we see Iris West, and we see that she's been recast from the Justice League. And I'm just, again, maybe they had their own reason for recasting, but just like they recast Flash's dad, and I just a small thing that stuck out to me. We get an interaction with his parents after he creates Flashpoint, before the Flashpoint battery shows up in the behind the window we see. And I hope they have more interactions than they have had in the comic and the animated movie. And again, I just really hope that there's a goodbye scene between him and his mom, and even his dad, maybe. Because we do see a supermarket, and we see he uses flash time. And maybe that's why the lightning is blue, as I've stated in previous videos, because maybe flash time is when his lightning turns blue. Just a theory. And again, I really do hope that they get a proper goodbye, unlike in the animated movie. I hope they do it like the comic. We get him talking to our DCEU Bruce Wayne, and he's talking about time travel and how he can fix things, save people, save his mom, but more importantly, save Bruce's parents. But Bruce interjects with he could also destroy everything. Which again makes me wonder, they're talking about time travel, so something happens in the movie that makes them talk about it? Or just Barry revealed to him the events in Zack Snyder's Justice League, where he had to go back in time because they failed the first time with stopping the mother boxes from coming together. And this is just him revealing to Bruce that he can time travel and that he broke the rule. And I just wonder how they're going to do that. We see the Batmobile, which again, I did forget to mention in other videos how whenever the Flashpoint Batman's introduced, we hear Tim Burton's Batman theme. And this just feels like another indication that the Batman and Batman Returns happen in the same universe as Flashpoint. Which again, I know would be fan service, but I wouldn't be upset if that happened. What else? Again, main thing I want to talk about here is that in the first look teaser, and then the first official trailer, and then the second trailer, we see that they use musical scores for the background music. Like scores that are probably going to be in the movie, and maybe scores just for the trailer. But for this trailer, what's interesting is that they actually use a song. And that's Time by Pink Floyd. I've never listened to Pink Floyd just because I've really never had a fascination with them. I know who they are, but still, I just on my part, I really haven't had any reason to listen to their music. But hearing this, at first I wasn't a big fan of it, but as I watched the trailer again and again, and even got to the point where I looked the song up by itself online, it really resonated with the trailer, but also with how the movie could go. And I wish I could make another video about it, but I feel this one's better if you go and listen to the song yourself if you haven't. Again, it's called Time by Pink Floyd, and I just resonates with me, and I hope that they use it in the movie somehow, even if it's just in the credit scenes, as end credits roll, they play it, but I really hope they use it somehow in the movie. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about for the final trailer, because most of everything that's brought up in here was also introduced in the previous trailers, like General Zod and the two berries and all that. But again, I'm really excited for it. I can't wait to see it whenever I do see it. And until then, just hold off on spoilers in the comments until my spoiler review comes out. Again, I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to post any of this video or the previous videos, but just hold off until you see that I've posted my spoiler review. Just so if anyone watching my videos gets spoiled, they don't have to worry about looking in the comments for spoilers. So yeah, again, that's pretty much it on the trailers. I guess next video I do might be just a general recap of everything I've talked about. And then, hopefully, after that, you'll get a non-spoiler review, and then a spoiler review of the movie. And I just really hope they do it right. That's just my biggest concern, is that I really hope they do it right, because this is the first The Flash standalone movie we've had, besides the mini ones they did for the old Flash in the 90s, I believe, with John Wesley Shipp, I believe the actor's name is. But again, I just really hope that this is good and doesn't just ruin the Flash. Again, it shouldn't, but I just hope that I hope it's given the same dedication and love that's been given to the character over the years in comics or in the TV shows or in just any iterations, animated movies. But we'll see what happens, and we'll talk in the next video. But again, I'm really excited. I know I probably don't sound like it or don't look like it, but I am, trust me. And we'll talk in the next video. Bye.